Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you get to join me for this meditation. Thank you for being here. My name is Shelley, and I am going to start our meditation in a seated position. So if you have a chair, that's great. And if not, you can take a seat on the floor, and you might even find yourself standing or lying down. Really, any position that you feel comfortable in is good with me. Um, let's just go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of movement today before we get started into our meditation. And whatever's been going on in your life, I wanted to offer an invitation of strength and being strong today. Just a few seated postures that might give us just an inner strength to handle what might ever be coming up. So let's just go ahead and just start with the hands on the thighs and a seated cat-cow. Just tucking the tailbone under, think of your sits bones rolling to the back of the chair. So I'm actually slid forward slightly, rounding and just shortening that distance from rib to hip, letting the chin drop down, but there's not that jamming feeling. We should be able to fit our fists between our chin and our chest. Exhaling all of the breath, and then from here, unwind the spine one vertebrae at a time, opening up and expanding. Think of a broadening through the collarbone, almost as if we attached a string to the heart and it was gently lifting and opening. Take that nice deep breath in, and let's go ahead and just flow between those two movements. Exhaling, we round the spine, and the inhale to expand. We're just letting the breath follow this movement as well. Inhale to open it up. Let's just do that one more time right here. Exhaling, rounding, and the inhale to open. Come back into that neutral alignment where the head, the shoulders, and the hips are stacked. Let's go ahead and just rotate open to the side of our chair. So grounding down through our front leg, we extend the opposite leg behind us. And just finding a little bit of energy through the outer edge of that back foot and spreading the toes out. This might seem like a familiar stance when we're standing. These are our warrior two legs. Let's go ahead and reach those arms up, rotate so that eye gaze shifts, and we find ourselves in a warrior one. Let's pause here and find that strength, pressing down gently through the feet. You can feel that stretch happening through that back hip. And if it would feel good to open and expand the chest, we might even find that little back bend here. The arms reach back towards the ceiling, and then opening up, rotating the torso. Fingertips are long, and we find our warrior two. Let that eye gaze shift over that front finger. Finding a place of focus, shoulders relaxing. This place of determination, this place of strength in our body. From here, we shift the body over into that side bending, side angle, lengthen it out. That top arm could extend to the ceiling, or we might find an extended reach over the head. So whatever feels good in your body today. Still grounding down through those legs. And from here, shifting that energy to the back body, rib to hip. Opposite arm extends, we create space in the front and find our reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Taking a breath in, you come all the way back. Go ahead and rotate towards the center. We'll keep the legs wide and just find a little shoulder stretching here. Dropping one arm in, coming back to center and switching. Oh, there might be some snap, crackles, and pops happening through your body, which is just great. We love that. Just getting the fascia to break up and move. Let's take that warrior series to the opposite side. Grounding down, knees staying behind the toes, and just a little energy pressing through the back foot. So finding that outer edge. Arms extend up, and we take it into a warrior one. Breathe in. Good. Find that expansion here as the feet are pressing down and the arms are lifting up. Opening wide, rotating the torso, shift into warrior two. Let that eye gaze extend and find focus and determination. Strength for whatever's coming up for you today. Pausing here for our breath. And tipping over, shortening distance from rib to hip, we find our way into side angle. Feel the length happening through the side body, creating more space and shifting into our peaceful warrior. Arm extends, eye gaze can go up. Softening through the head or the neck if needed, eye gaze might shift down. And coming back to center. Go ahead and draw the legs back together. If we need to, just doing a little shifting from side to side or moving, and then starting to settle back in. So I would invite you in this moment to stand up. So we're taking a stand and go ahead and sit down. And now at the same time, I would like for you to sit and stand. And if all of a sudden you went, what? That's right. It would be very difficult or impossible to be doing both of those at the same time. It has came to my attention that we can either be sitting or we can be standing. And that is the same with our thought process. If we are focused on our anxiety and our stress, we can't necessarily be focusing on our breathing. So if we could take time to gain a few tools of breath and focus in on our breathing or our pranayama, then we won't be able to focus on our stress and our anxiety. So just think of the one counterbalancing the other. So today I wanted to take you through a few pranayama practices. Prana being energy, yama means control. We're controlling the breath with that. And if we can really focus in on that, take our attention elsewhere, that stress and anxiety might melt away, go somewhere else, or perhaps it'll be there, and when we're done focusing on the breath, it will come back. But let's just give this a shot today. So I'm giving you 3 different breath practices to put in your anxiety toolkit or your stress toolkit. You can take out at any time and use when needed. The first one is belly breath. So go ahead and take those hands onto the low belly. And I really want you to find an expansion through the lower part of your stomach. So feel free to close the eyes here. Elongate the spine, so sitting up nice and tall. And as we inhale, let's think of pressing the hands out and expanding the low belly. And then using the exhale to release. If you were doing this on the floor lying down, you could even place a pillow or a small block on the belly and see if you could get the belly to rise or fall and let that block or pillow move. Being conscious of the breath expanding out through the diaphragm. Using that exhale, breathing in through the nose and perhaps even out of the mouth if that feels more comfortable. And let's go ahead and take 2 more of these belly breaths. And go ahead and release. Our second pranayama practice is 7-11, which should be easy to remember if you can think of Slurpees and gas stations. And if that breath count doesn't work for you, you are more than welcome to change it. The idea is that our inhale is shorter and we take that extended exhale. So if 8 and 10 works better or 6 and 10, you get to decide. But remembering 7 and 11 is kind of an easy way to get it to stay up here. So as we take that breath in, I want you to think of counting in for 7, and then we use the exhale for a count of 11. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, and take that breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That extended exhale helps our nervous system to calm, bringing us back into rest and digest. And just noticing how you feel after that 7-11 breath. We are moving through these relatively quickly. You're more than welcome to watch this meditation again or take some notes on that breathing pattern. This next breath comes from Thich Nhat Hanh, just conscious breathing, where we really just focus in on inhaling and exhaling and stating it almost as an affirmation. So I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And just repeating those words in our mind as we're doing the breath. I'm not going to speak it out loud. You can just do that. But just really think of, I am breathing in, I am exhaling right now, I am breathing in right now. You can add it or make it as long or as simple. Breathe in, breathe out, inhale, exhale, whatever words really fit for you. But let's just take a few moments to take that conscious breathing. And go ahead and flutter those eyes back open. So to recap our 3 breath practices, we had our belly breathing. Placing hands on the low belly is a really helpful way to remind us where we're pressing the breath into. We have our 7 and 11, remembering that we can change the numbers, but that we want the exhale to be extended to help us for that calm and relaxation. And then our conscious breathing, where we're using an affirmation of words of I breathe in, I breathe out. Take those 3 pranayama practices today. Be strong and be a warrior, facing whatever is coming your direction. Just let yourself know that you've got this. Thank you for practicing with me today. Until we meet again, namaste.